Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. This video is going to be just a general update on the 40-gallon, what fish are in here, and how they're all doing. So I guess first of all, I've got 3 angelfish in here at this point. I used to have 4. One of them, it was a panda angelfish. It just decided to start bullying the crap out of the others, so I ended up rehoming it. But thankfully these 3 others are doing really well. So there's this biggest one here. I think it's somewhere between like normal fin type and a veil tail, which, if you don't know, a veil tail angelfish just means it has longer tail and fins. But yeah, this is definitely the biggest one. It's pretty much the boss of the tank. It doesn't really pick on any of the other fish, though, thankfully, besides the 2 other angelfish. And then over here I've got second one. It seems smaller, but it's only because it has shorter fins. The body size on this one is pretty much the same as the other one. But yeah, and then I've also got this little blue sapphire angelfish, which it does get picked on a little bit by the 2 bigger ones here and there, but for the most part it just gets left alone. And then if you look here, it is I'm blanking on what it's called, but the side fin on this side, it's actually facing down instead of like back or out. So that's a deformity that it has, but it still swims around and gets food and everything just fine. So yeah, that's the angelfish. The rest of the fish, it's pretty random what all I have in here. Recently I got a second kissing gourami. The first kissing gourami that I got, it's still doing amazing, but it's now out in the big tank that I have with my archer fish. My goldfish used to be in that tank, but I had to move them out because I think they were getting picked on by the filament barbs. But anyway, the other one is doing really well, and it's gotten pretty big, so that this one here is also going to go out there once it's gotten a bit bigger. And then I've got, at this point, 3 clown loaches. If you've watched my videos before, you know that at some point, quite a while ago, I got 3 clown loaches, and within the first night, unfortunately, one of them passed away for some reason. I have no idea why. But the 2 that I have left from that first batch, they're still doing amazing. They've gotten to a decent size. They're still not massive or anything like that, but they've definitely grown, and they're looking really good. And then a few months ago now, I got 3 more, and I don't know what happened, but at first the whole group of 5 was doing great, and then after I came home from being at camp for a week, one of them had totally disappeared, so I'm guessing somehow it died in the tank and the body was eaten by the other fish. And then one of the other ones died not long after I got home. But anyway, the 3 that I have in here are still doing really well. One is smaller than the other two, but they still really like to all hang out with each other. So yeah, that's the clown loaches. They're definitely some of the most expensive fish in here, because I bought each of them for $20. Then I've got my group of 6 eastern rainbow fish, which these I actually caught in my local river, which is the Ross River here in Townsville. They've grown up pretty nicely. They've still got a good ways to go, but the 2 biggest males have at least tripled in size since I got them, and they've gotten a lot more color. Some fish that are pretty similar to looking to them, I've got a group of 5 Colombian tetras, which I think are a really underrated fish. They've got really nice colors. They're really peaceful and everything. They do look kind of mean, but they're really nice and peaceful. You can see some of the nice blues and reds that they have. I've also got 2 bronze corridoras. Yes, I know that they should be in a bigger group. At some point I had 6, and over time the rest of them have just slowly died off. And these 2 are just the last 2 that are left. You can see both of them together. But they're still doing really well and eating and all that. So some of the smallest fish I have in here, I've got 4 cherry barbs. You can see one of the males back there. I've got 2 males and 2 females. When I had first put them into this tank, one of the males actually ended up losing the bottom half of its tail, because the angelfish, yes, I'm talking to you, were a bit too curious, and yeah, so I ended up moving the cherry barbs to another tank for quite a while they got a bit bigger, but now they don't really get picked on at all or anything. And I've also got several different bristlenose plecos in here. This one's about 2 inches or 5 centimeters. This is one that I've actually bred. And there's an albino here on the glass that I bred. I've got 3 pretty big ones in here. Hopefully you can see that. There's one right back there on the rock. It's kind of hard to see, but it is there. So I've got 3 pretty big ones in here too. Actually, you can see one of them, the tail hanging down from the filter intake there. And then just recently, I finally got my first super red bristlenose, which you can kind of see its fin there. I'll try going around to the other side of the tank. You can see it in the reflection, right? Yeah, there, on the filter intake, right there. I really don't think they should be called super red bristlenoses though, because in general they're much more like orange than red, but they still look super cool. Unintended pun, by the way. But anyway, I got it to hopefully grow out and breed with the rest of my bristlenoses once it's old enough. So yeah, that's really cool. And then I think the last fish that I have in here, and I doubt I'll be able to show you, but I've got a group of a few coolie loaches in here. I don't see them very much, but every once in a while I do. Actually, okay, I don't know how well I'll be able to show you, but never mind, that's a snail or no? Okay. If you look closely, you can see one there. It just moved a little bit, but anyway, they're really cool. They just hang out along the bottom and between the rocks and the plants and stuff, and they're pretty cool. But anyway, yeah, that's the update on the 40-gallon. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, and I'll do more updates like this. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.